On this episode of the Globe News Report.
Eager vinyl collectors commune at a popular local shop for International Record Store Day.
We take a look back at some of the best from Globe News over the years.
We'll visit our local community calendar and learn more about the Goshen News Week in Review.
All that and more coming up on the Globe News Report.
Welcome to this week's episode of the Globe News Report. I'm Dante Stanton.
And I'm Amelia Lee.
Well, this is it, Amelia. This is the final episode of the Globe News Report for Season 6 and both of our final projects with Globe TV.
It's crazy how fast 4 years can go by. I'm just really happy that I got to spend that time with you and everyone else here at the Globe.
Oh, you're going to make me blush. Goshen College is a very special place, and it's such a great community. I've been very proud to be a part of it and work with you over the past 4 years here in the Maple City.
Well, staying local, an annual event makes a huge impact on the vinyl-loving community in our own Goshen. Liliana Herrera went downtown to Ignition Music Garage to see what goes on for Record Store Day.
Saturday marked the 17th annual Record Store Day at Ignition Music Garage. The team at Ignition spent all week preparing for a day that the residents of Goshen take very seriously. Co-owner of Ignition, Julie Hirschberger, dealt with multiple days of work throughout the week for the big day.
Lots of preparation. About a couple months before Record Store Day, the list comes out, and you have about a week to do all of your research for the 300 to 400 titles that are being released. Get your orders in.
As Saturday arrives, the line is out the door and around the corner for the opening at 8 a.m. Hardcore vinyl fans stood in line for hours. The first ones to arrive have been there since 3:30 a.m. David Zaire, a fellow vinyl collector, arrived to Ignition at 4:30 a.m. and has been attending this event for 12 years.
For me, it's partly just coming down for the event. Part of it was to also, among some of our friends, see who gets here first. So I did manage to beat a few of us.
As the day continues, people snake through the rows to find the vinyls they have been searching for. And even though this can be a long day full of waiting, there is always a favorite reason to be there, and that is for the friendships.
The best times that I have at Record Store Day are waiting in line. You get to know people, you talk about music, you make friends.
It's fun because I think everyone that shows up early like this, there's kind of a camaraderie. You see people year after year, kind of at the same time that you maybe don't see any other time during the year. We all kind of share the same hobby.
Reporting for Globe News, I'm Liliana Herrera.
Record Store Day is just so cool. I don't know about you, but I have a huge vinyl collection, and it's just the Monkees. It really is.
So it's
everything
a vinyl collection
they've done.
of the Monkees?
Yes, that's
Specifically?
it. Yes.
Almost exclusively?
Almost exclusively, a little bit of the Beatles.
Okay, you've got a little bit of variety in there. I've got 20 plus records here, I think, at the Globe alone, some of which I've gotten from Record Store Day, and I got like another 50 back at home. So there's a lot of vinyl in my collection as well, and I hope to keep that collection going over the next couple of years. Maybe I'll visit Record Store Day next year.
Exactly, and I just love to see all these events that can bring together this beautiful community here in Goshen.
Absolutely. When we return, we'll bring in another one of our own graduating seniors into the studio for a look at the top headlines reported this week by the Goshen News. All that and more is coming up on the Globe News Report.
Do you dream of a place to belong, to begin your journey, and to believe in something bigger than yourself? A place where you aren't lost in the crowd, but are part of the team. Communication professionals are in high demand, and Goshen College will give you the tools and hands-on experience to transform your passions into a rewarding career. Begin your career in journalism and be an agent of change at the best college newspaper in the state of Indiana, The Record. Begin a filmmaking career with 5 Core Media and work on Emmy-winning productions that propel graduates to Hollywood and beyond. And take our Semester in LA program to get a jump start in the industry. Begin your career as a public relations major, one of the fastest growing professions in the country. Begin a rewarding broadcasting career on the air at 91.1 The Globe, the best college radio station in the nation. Be a DJ, host TV shows, and broadcast live sports. Believe in yourself and make it possible at Goshen College.
Thanks for watching the Globe News Report. And it's that time in the show that we go over your local news.
Globe News reporter Mike Murrell is in the studio now with a look at the newest headlines from the Goshen News. Mike.
Thanks, guys. Just a quick reminder, all stories presented during the Goshen News Week in Review were originally reported by the Goshen News, rewritten for this video format. We'll start with Tuesday's candidate forum, hosted at the historic Goshen Theater. The forum included candidates and would-be representatives for Elkhart County government seats in District 49 of the Indiana House of Representatives. The forum saw sparks fly as both Republican candidates for the Elkhart County District 3 commissioner position clashed throughout the evening. Incumbent Susie Wyrick and her opponent Steve Boosum expressed different views on spending throughout the county, as well as public-private partnerships. Meanwhile, current incumbent Republican members of the Elkhart County Council are running unopposed, but took the chance to share their priorities for a potential new term and what they want for the future of Elkhart County. Staying here in the Maple City, the Goshen School Board approved a new math curriculum this week that's not yet been given the green light by the Indiana Department of Education. The new program, entitled Eureka Math Squared, was set to be approved in 2023 but failed to pass when it was noted that a list of curricular materials had not been attached to the course description. The current curriculum, iReady Math, was extended for an extra year when the board members realized materials weren't available. This year, it came to time to vote, and the materials list still hasn't been made public or approved by the state. The board officially voted to adopt the new curriculum, but only if it's approved by the state before the start of the next school year, and they'll extend iReady for another year if needed. That's it for your Goshen News Week in Review. Amelia, Dante, back to you.
Thank you, Mike, for the update. Now it's time to take a look at your Globe community calendar.
If you're in the mood for a free movie on Friday, the Goshen Theater has you covered. They're hosting their free movie night with The Color Purple. Head on over to the Miller Auditorium in the Goshen Theater for the story of an African-American woman in the South overcoming abuse and bigotry. Doors open at 6:15 with the free movie starting at 7.
The Wednesday music series continues at Goshen Brewing Company with Minor Moon. The group is described as open-ended and naughty country rock with an inviting lightness. It's happening on Wednesday from 7 until 9 at Goshen Brewing Company.
Arbor Day is coming up soon, and Elkhart County is joining in on the celebration. This tree-friendly event includes tree seedling giveaways, tree climbing for the kids, food trucks, live music, bike valet service, and of course, face painting. It's all taking place on May 5th from 5 until 9 to the Goshen Courthouse lawn.
And all that Arbor Day celebration is part of Goshen First Fridays. May is just a week away, and the theme for this First Friday is Green Day Celebration. You're invited to choose your outdoor adventure. There are expected to be many green activities and even live music by Goshen Elementary School choirs. For all those tree lovers out there, get excited for a tree sapling giveaway and climbing for a view of the Maple City. These events and even more can be found on goodofgoshen.com.
Coming up next, I took a trip earlier today to the Big Balloon Build, a unique interactive experience raising money for Ronald McDonald House Charities that kicks off today in Elkhart. More when we return on the Globe News Report. Dante Stanton here reporting for Globe News now at the Big Balloon Build, moving out into the field a little bit. I'm here with my guest, Melanie Hungerford.
with the Big Balloon Build. Melanie, thanks so much for joining us here today and letting us come out to see the awesome spectacle that is the Big Balloon Build. Can you explain for our viewers what the Big Balloon is all about?
Of course. Well, welcome everyone, yes, to the Big Balloon Build. As you can see behind me, there's a lot going on. We are finishing up all of those final touches. But the Big Balloon Build is a charity that travels the world. We were actually started over in the UK, coming here to northern Indiana. This is only the 5th time here in the US, so we are thrilled to be here. We have 85 of the world's best balloon artists who came here on Monday and have spent the last 3.5 days creating everything that you see here behind me. So they have been twisting and inflating and tying and doing all of the amazing Big Balloon Build things that we bring to northern Indiana to create this carnival fair behind us. It's a little bit of a nod to the Elkhart County 4-H fair. We really wanted to embrace the local culture here and are just thrilled to be here. So this weekend, we're actually turning everything over. Once we're finished building, we're gonna hand it over to the Ronald McDonald House Charities of Michiana, and they have fun events planned all weekend for the community to come out, see this, and then learn a little bit about Ronald McDonald House Charities. Every Big Balloon Build, when it comes to a city, will donate all proceeds to a different local charity. So we are thrilled to support Ronald McDonald House Charities here in northern Indiana. I do have to give a little shout out. Our host for the event is Jen Nikos of Fun by the Yard. She is actually a local balloon artist here in the South Bend area. She's been part of the Big Balloon Build family since it started about 7 years ago. She's been to almost every single Big Balloon Build that we've had, and she was personally asked by our director to bring the Big Balloon Build here to northern Indiana. So she has worked with our team, the Ronald McDonald House team, for the past 2 years, orchestrating all of this, planning the events for the community weekend, and we're just thrilled to be here and so thankful that Jen brought us here.
Can you talk a little bit about the level of community excitement for this? 2 years in the making, people have probably been hearing about this for a long time now.
Yes.
What's the level of excitement like from the community and the reaction been so far before you've even opened?
Yeah, so again, we don't open to the community until Saturday morning. Ronald McDonald House Charities has a few kind of VIP events, thank yous to sponsors, things like that. But unfortunately, tickets are sold out. We're trying to convince Ronald McDonald House Charities to reopen a few more tickets, maybe sell some at the door. But they're kind of like, we're at capacity, we can't fit any more folks in. This is actually the very first time that the Big Balloon Build has ever sold out before it opened. So we are thrilled. We are so thankful for this community, for being so excited about our event, embracing us. Ronald McDonald House Charities has really embraced our immersive balloon experience. What people are going to expect if they have those tickets, when they come here, you can walk through, you can interact with the balloons. Please don't pop them, but you can see all of the fun carnival activities. We have food trucks and Ferris wheels and a carousel. There's a pirate ship that you might remember from an amusement park that may or may not have bubbles and smoke coming out of the cannon. So it's really exciting, and the Ronald McDonald House Charities has really embraced that immersive experience, and they've brought in some of our favorite carnival games, ring toss and plinko, and if you remember the bozo buckets from the Bozo the Clown show. So after the community walks through the Big Balloon Build, they can go and play some of those games. So it will be a fun event for the entire family, and we're just so grateful to be here.
So you mentioned a little bit how Ronald McDonald House Charities is going to be the one who this charity is benefiting this weekend and things like that. How did you land on Ronald McDonald House Charities? What was it that the Big Balloon Build loved so much about Ronald McDonald House Charities that they decided that was the charity they wanted to support?
For sure. What a wonderful organization, and one of those organizations that you never want to have to need, but when the need arises, they help families who have children in the hospital to kind of stay close. They really want to keep those families together. And really, it was all our host, Jen. You know, there are so many wonderful and deserving organizations here in the northern Indiana region, but Jen was like, nope, this is the one. This is who I want to support. It's a great cause. And we allow the host of every build city to select which charity that they want to support. And we couldn't be more thrilled that, again, they've been a great team to work with for the past couple years. And we're excited for the community when they come out to the Big Balloon Build to learn a little bit more about their organization and hopefully get involved in the future with Ronald McDonald House.
We've seen a lot of the interactive things so far that are behind us and being created right now, wrapping up soon. The production is almost completely there. It's very exciting. I gotta ask, do you have a personal favorite balloon build here?
Ooh.
I mean, I know there's a lot to choose from,
There
obviously,
is.
but do you have a personal favorite that you're just in awe of? Because I'm looking at the Ferris wheel, and there's moving balloon parts over here as well. So there's a lot to choose from.
Yes, it's hard to tell. Personally, my favorite as a kid going to the carnival was always the little dragon roller coaster. So we have one of those here. Gosh, it's tough. There's so much. I do think the carousel is pretty impressive. And it's been so neat to watch it being created all week long, because it started as a big empty room, and now you have this life-size, bigger than life-size perhaps, carousel. So it's been really fun to see, and it's been really fun to watch the builders come together. Many of them didn't know each other before. You know, we've got folks from all around the U.S., from the United Kingdom, as far as Australia, all coming here. They've all become just the dearest friends and family over the last week. So that's been really neat. I do have to say, I think my favorite part of the whole event, though, is just as you leave the build, we do have a Ronald McDonald House built out of balloons, where folks can learn a little bit more about the Ronald McDonald House, how they help families, and then just a way to get involved with that charity. So I do think that one's my favorite, but all of the pirate ship and the bumper cars and all of that is pretty exciting and definitely not to miss.
Of course, tons to look forward to this weekend. It kicks off tonight with a VIP gala,
Yes.
and then opens to the public on Saturday, just to make sure we got those details correct.
Yes, there's a VIP event tonight, Thursday night. There's a gala reception Friday night, and then, yes, community activities all throughout the weekend.
All right, is there a goal that you guys have in mind for Ronald McDonald House Charities that you're trying to raise this weekend, or is it just, you know, we've got so many community members, we're hoping for the best?
Yes, I don't want to give away any numbers, but I do believe this is going to be the most money we have ever raised for a charity. So there might be a comma in there, and we'll let Ronald McDonald House share that exciting news after the build.
Very exciting indeed. Thank you so much for joining me here, Melanie, and good luck with the big balloon build.
Thank you. Come on out. We hope to see everyone.
So you just graduated from Goshen College? What experiences prepared you for this job?
Where do I begin?
Dante, as we've said, this is our last Globe News report together, and even our last time on Globe TV.
It is. It's been great working together with the other seniors, of course, you, Liam, Mike, and Megan, during our time here at Goshen College.
Now, let's take a walk down memory lane and see what all of the Globe seniors have done at Globe TV over the last 4 years.
In the Globe studios on the campus of Goshen College, I'm Dante Stanton.
And I'm Amelia Lee on the Globe News Report.
Well, Amelia, a very special holiday is coming up pretty soon. It's right around the corner. Has Cupid shot you with an arrow yet?
Dante, I have hope that Cupid will swing by real soon, but if I were to post on Facebook today, it would say, it's complicated. Do you have any Valentine's Day plans?
I do. I'm fortunate enough to have a special someone this year, and they're not named Ben and Jerry.
If you've been on the campus of Goshen College, you've probably passed one of these and not realized its importance. This is an AED.
Thanks to the COVID-19 pandemic, athletes around the country have been granted an extra year of eligibility. Athletes here at Goshen College are using it to play out their last days of their sports, while others are using it to help build for the future.
Softball, an entertaining and engaging sport.
You know what else goes by fast? What's that, Liam? Motorcycles.
Every team needs a good mascot. From the Philly Fanatic to the Georgia Bulldog, there are many options throughout the world of sports. And one option has stepped up to the plate for Goshen College. Without further ado, I'd like to introduce Dan, the Squirrel Man. Dan, how are you today?
Everybody loves a good book, but sometimes we forget to return them. And then there's a fine.
Wait, Mike, did you change your clothes?
Well, not completely, Kate. I just really got into that last story.
It's Christmas time and I am loving our outfits today.
Me too, Colin. I think we really understand the idea of Christmas spirit, and I feel very festive right now.
I'm really most excited for some of the holiday traditions that are coming up. Those are always a blast.
Speaking of traditions,
If you're okay with a short drive, then look no further to Fashion Farm in Ligonier.
Well, with the fall season coming to a close, there are plenty of leaves on the ground.
We're now following a developing story that dates back to the spring of 2023 regarding the housing situation on campus.
Honestly, I really didn't. I think everyone there was just really shocked.
I mean, that makes a lot of sense because he is such a beloved member of the city.
And this is the Globe News Report. Mike, we're happy to have you on the Globe News Report. This is your first time. How does it feel to be in front of the camera?
Oh, Dante, it's definitely a change of pace from being behind the microphone, but I'm thrilled to be here.
Feel like hanging around? Well, you're in luck because the Silks Club is looking for new members to join their circus theatrics.
What is a sundown town? If you ask most people, they won't be able to tell you. Believe it or not, Goshen used to be a sundown town.
It's the only way to give everybody the biggest and best Merry Christmas send-off for the end of Globe 2022.
Exactly, and from all of us here at the Globe News Report,
Merry Christmas!
Amelia, I'll be the first to admit the Christmas tree usually takes an extra few months to come down at my house instead of a few days. How about you?
honestly, I don't really decorate a lot for Christmas, and I don't put up lights. It's just a lot of work, so I think I'm good with just a tree lightless. That's it for us today. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at 91 The Globe, and our website, globeradio.org, for more news coverage.
Until next time, this has been the Globe News Report. Wow, 4 awesome years of Globe TV, from first moving into these studios back in 2020 to our first official show in 2021. It's been a very unique experience. I've had a great time watching Globe TV grow over the past couple years, become more creative, and hopefully feel as energizing and as exciting as it can get, and a good place to grow as journalists. A big goal for me was to make sure that not every package looked the same, and we tried something different for every show, and I think we've done that even today. The crew behind the scenes and in front of the camera has really made this happen over the years, and I know it's just going to keep getting better and better from here.
Looking back at these videos really makes me realize how much we've grown and changed, as well as, not to be cliche, but these 4 years have really just flown by for me. I'm really grateful for all the Globe seniors that have been a part of this, and to everybody else who's been here at 91.1 The Globe and Globe TV. And I've just enjoyed learning and growing with all of you. And these experiences have really just helped us to be ready when entering the real world. The Globe is a special place to be. And I'm just so grateful to come here for 4 years. And to our advisors, Jason Samuel and Kyle Hufford, you've been so supportive of us, and I'm forever grateful. And I wouldn't trade my experience for the world.
Well, with that, I want to say thank you for joining us in this last episode of the Globe News Report for this season, and again, the last episode for both of us.
Yeah, make sure to follow us on the Globe on all of our social media accounts, Facebook, X, and YouTube at 911 The Globe, and don't forget to download the Globe Radio app.
I'm Dante Stanton, signing off for Globe TV.
And I'm Amelia Lee. Thanks for watching.